Game ball sponsor, Ashley Watson, A. Watson Photography. Joining her on the court are senior basketball players and cheerleaders. Please give a big round of applause to
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to MVL High School Basketball here at Philo High School, the power plant, where tonight the Electrics host the Maysville Panthers. Our Twigs joined by Marcus McPeck and Brady Knavel. Our good friend Ted Snyder not feeling great tonight, so he is taking some time off. We want to remind you, Ted, that just for you, we'll probably go triple overtime, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens. So, Marcus, for both of these teams, different stories just a few days ago. For Maysville, they lost a heartbreaker at Tri-Valley, 65-64, whereas Philo ventured over to Meadowbrook, and they won in overtime, 65-64. So, different emotions coming after Tuesday night.
Yeah, the good thing about that is Meadowbrook's probably the worst school in the league, and Tri-Valley's by far the best school around year in, year out. So that emotion can be, that's tough, but that's a little dampened by the context of the matter.
For Philo, they had a big night from Talon Preston. He's just rounding back into shape after missing several weeks with a bad ankle. Yeah. He had 19 points, but more importantly, he was really a force inside, scoring a lot of those points down on the block area. Would we expect him to probably navigate his way down inside again tonight for the Electrics against Maysville?
The only chance they have is if he's working inside there and feasting the way he was. Maysville's not the biggest team. Their center's 6'2". They're not huge, but they're a very good scoring team. They're very good defensively, so they're going to need that type of firepower inside to really get over the hump of this Maysville team.
It is senior night here at Philo High School, where the 5 seniors from the Electrics, as they've posted the starting lineup, so 5 seniors will start for the Electrics. Maysville will start their usual 5. And the JV game, by the way, was won in a thriller by Maysville, 50-47. The Panthers under Coach Dave Brown are 17-3 on the season, 12-2 in MVL play, 6-1 away from home. Offensively for the Panthers, 73 points per game, as Marcus mentioned. Defensively, they give up 53, so a plus margin of 19.4 points per game. They will start Gator Nichols, a 6'4 junior, 27.5 points per game, a couple of rebounds. Jordan Watson, 6'4 junior, 17.5 per game. Landon Iden, 5'9 junior, 11 points per game. Kane Rorig, 6'3 junior, 8.5 per game. Cade Rock, 6'4 junior, 5 a game, also 5 rebounds. Their leading rebounder is Watson with 7.4. For the Electrics, under coach Jason Trout, 6-14 on the campaign, 3-11 in MVL play, and they are 4-5 away from home. Offensively for the Electrics, 52 points per game. Defensively, they surrender 61. They will go with the 5 seniors of Cooper Radcliffe, 6 foot, 8.4 points per game. Mason Runkle, 6'3", 4 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. Malachi Strickland, 6'2", 3.8 points per game. Talon Preston, 6'2", 12 points per game. Their leading scorer, and Logan Lyon, a 6-footer, and a couple of points a game. We expect to see off the bench for the Electrics Rusty Trout, the 6-foot sophomore, at 10.5 per game. Carter Crabtree, 6'2 sophomore, 5 per game. Cam Stoner, 6'4 junior, 9.2 and 6.2 rebounds per game for the Electric. So when we look at some of the keys tonight for Philo, we've got to think they've got to hang out early in order to stem the tide, because Maysville's going to run up and down the floor. They're going to shoot the 3. They're going to go in transition.
Yeah, they really need to focus on slowing down Gator Nichols. Not only is he scoring 27 points a game, he averages about 5 assists. He's accounting for basically 40 points per game with that assist number along with his scoring. So they really need to try to stem his tide to make it even competitive.
Speaking of Nichols, we have an interesting race. MVL and area leading scorers. Nichols and Colton Conkle of Tri-Valley are battling it out. Nichols at 26.9 points per game entering tonight. They play tonight and then again tomorrow against West Holmes. For Conklin, he's at 26 points per game, and tonight Coshocton is at Tri-Valley, so this race could be very interesting for scoring leaders in the area. Also the assists you mentioned, Nichols just a shade over 4 per game, and Conklin right at 5, so they will be battling out.
Absolutely.
All right, the high school band for the Electrics is going to do the anthem, and we have heard them during the pregame. They've done an outstanding job, so we're going to turn it over to the Philo High School band, and they will be doing the anthem. So do stay with us. We'll have the start of the basketball game right after the anthem. anthem. However, one of the outstanding cheerleaders for Philo was responsible for the anthem, and she did an outstanding and wonderful job. This is the MVL High School Game of the Week here on South 60 Films, and it is brought to you by several of our great sponsors that have been with us throughout the campaign, starting with the Community Bank. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Fix Harley Davidson, which they say live to ride, ride to live. Fix quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink, deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. Check them out on the website for enrollment information. Kokonis Furnishings and Mattress First, where they are always making it easy to furnish your home. The exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. CA House Music reminds everyone to play music for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. Game replays are brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union. South 60 Films is a proud streaming partner of Philo High School, and the 21st Century program at New Lexington High School is also one of our proud partners. So if you're interested in the 21st Century program at New Lexington, make sure you hook up with them at the high school. Speaking of New Lex, we will have the girls tomorrow from New Lex, where they will host Morgan. Game time will be around 12:30. That is a makeup game from last week. Due to inclement weather, Morgan was not able to travel to New Lex, so they will have that makeup game tomorrow. That is Saturday. And then next week, the New Lex boys have their sectional opener at home. They will play Westfall. We anticipate being there, so plenty of action coming up here in the next week. And in the meantime, we've got an excellent basketball game coming up tonight where it is Maysville and Philo. Once again for the Philo Electrics, it will be Talon Preston, Cooper Radcliffe, Malachi Strickland, Logan Lyon, and Mason Runkle. For Maysville, Gator Nichols, Cade Rock, Landon Iden, Kane Rohrig, and Jordan Watson. Excellent crowd on hand, really, for both sides, especially the Philo side. And congratulations to these great folks for coming out, honoring seniors tonight. So they did honor the senior cheerleaders and basketball players. So beautiful crowd for Philo. Congratulations, Electric fans, for your great support for your seniors.
Yep.
Philo will be in their Philo will be in their home white with the gold trim and royal blue numbers and lettering. Maysville will be in the dark with blue numerals and trim, and Philo getting their introduction. So we'll have the start of the basketball game here in just a couple of minutes. Philo on the season with the 6-14 mark. Maysville 17-3. Maysville trying to overcome the disappointing loss to Tri-Valley on Tuesday. Incidentally, for Maysville, they play their season finale tomorrow night at West Holmes, and then they will come right back Tuesday night to play that same West Holmes team in their sectional opener. So interesting numbers there. For Philo along the tournament trail, they have the winner of Minerva and John Glenn. That game will also be coming up on Tuesday of next week. So this weekend ends the high school regular season for the boys, and we certainly look forward to hopefully what we think will be some excellent tournament runs by both the boys and the girls side. So we are set to begin the basketball game. Tipping for Maysville will be Kane Rohrig. For the Electrics, it will be Talon Preston. Philo going left to right. And officials wait for some fans to make their way into the bleacher area. And so we will have the tip here in just a second or so.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
you said, quite the turnout here tonight.
And we get some housekeeping done along the far way, and the official said, hey, let's go, move on back. All right, we're set to go with Preston and Rohrig. Tip underway, controlled by Maysville. That's Gator Nichols. Philo in the man-to-man. Strickland on Nichols. He will bounce pass to the high post and then kick from Rohrig to Jordan Watson. They swing it back around, and then Watson on the drive goes to the left wing, back on top. Nichols thinks about the three. He will drive off the basket, miss the shot, get his own rebound, and swing it back out. And then another drive inside for the Panthers is good. Jordan Watson on the basket, 2-0 in favor of Maysville. Panthers in the man-to-man. Cooper Radcliffe gets the offense started. Logan Lyon drives left on Cade Rock, picks it up on top. Malachi Strickland looks for the high ball screen from Mason Runkle, picks up the dribble, deflected, stolen away by the Panthers. Here comes Cade Rock down for the shot in the corner off the iron by Nichols, rebounded by Talon Preston. Look for him to go the entire way. He draws the contact. He'll go to the line for a pair. Foul will go on Watson.
Couple early mistakes for Philo that you don't want to see. It's a good thing that Gator didn't hit that three-point shot, but you don't want to see those early turnovers like that.
So Preston to the line for a pair. First one on the way is good. Philo is on the board at the 6:57 mark. Well, you can bet Gator Nichols will not stop shooting just because he missed his first one.
Oh, absolutely not.
Preston, one more coming. Got them both. Philo will fall back into the half-court man. Maysville, no pressure as they cross the timeline. Two-guard front, Iden and Nichols to the right wing. And then back on top, they swing it around. Cade Rock has it, back to Nichols, comes off the screen and swings across. Jordan Watson on the drive, back to Nichols. He looks, drives left, picks it up, goes to the corner. Cade Rock, three ball off the iron, rebounded Philo. Electrics tied at 2 with the basketball. Cooper Radcliffe goes inside right, ball is kicked around, picked up by the Panthers. That's Jordan Watson. He goes to the foul line, then goes to the corner for Kane Rohrig. Off the iron, rebounded by Talon Preston. Philo will push ahead with Cooper Radcliffe. 6 minutes to go. First quarter, tied at 2. Radcliffe.
Tough shooting start to begin the game for Maysville.
Swinging around Lyon. Preston drives inside off glass. Bumped. Rebounded off to Landon Iden. Iden pushes ahead to Jordan Watson. 3 in transition off the back iron. Rebounded inside. Knocked around by Runkle. Picked up by Radcliffe, and he is bumped. That's going to be on Gator Nichols. That will be his first, team second here in the first quarter. Slow start for both teams. 2-2, 5:42 to go in the first quarter. Preston will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. We will go to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe across the timeline, right to left dribble. Gator Nichols on him, steals it away. And Nichols will go inside, score the basket, draw the foul, and go to the line. Just a little bit of lackadaisical that time by Cooper Radcliffe. Yeah. I don't think he realized how quick the hands are of Gator Nichols. Radcliffe will have the first, his team's first, his first, and he'll go to the line. He is a deadly free throw shooter, is Gator Nichols, in the 80s. On the way, got it. Maysville up 5-2, 5:32 to go. And this will allow Maysville to set up the press.
Yep.
They'll go straight man. That's Iden on Radcliffe. Radcliffe with the left-handed dribble. He'll go all the way inside and have it rejected by Kane Rohrig. Philo will take it out underneath their own basket. They will go 1-4 across the free throw line. And Maysville plays man out of bounds. Radcliffe will throw on top. 5 seconds, yes sir. So Maysville with the excellent defense. They will get the ball back. And they are on top 5-2, 5:23 to go here in quarter number 1 from the power plant. Packed house here at Philo. Across the timeline comes Landon Iden and the guys. Jordan Watson holds, goes on top. Nichols, long three on the way. Front iron, rebound knocked around by Runkle, but picked back up by Rohrig. And Watson goes inside, spins back over to Cade Rock. He'll go inside with the left hand, kick to Iden. He'll try to go inside, not there. And now the dribble drive back again, and the shot by Nichols, back iron. Rebound again, saved by Maysville. Watson on the little spin and go. Offensive rebounding by Maysville, 4 trips that time. Radcliffe down the floor inside to Preston, misses the shot, rebounded by Cade Rock. Here come the Panthers on the run. That is Gator Nichols with Malachi Strickland on him. Crosses over, spins inside, loses it. Picked up by Preston, nice job by Runkle. Preston to the glass, scores the basket. 7-4, 4:18 to go. Quickly come the Panthers. Very few whistles in this one. Nichols, high ball screen from Watson, drives inside on Preston, goes to the corner, Rohrig on the way, back iron, rebounded by Cooper Radcliffe. And the official says, ball to Maysville. Gator Nichols will be the inbounder. Lob inside for Watson. Double team, goes to the corner for Rock, off the iron. And then a foul called on Maysville. Is that going to be on Gator Nichols? Yeah. That is Gator Nichols' second foul. Kind of a cheapie there. One of our officials has blown quite a few whistles here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
7-4, Maysville leads here in quarter number 1, 3:59 to go, and 2 fouls on Nichols. Make it 3 as he's going to get called for, I guess, a chest bump. So Gator Nichols will take a seat. My goodness gracious.
That's a good sign for Philo, but you don't want to see the refs get involved like that. That's 2 fouls in a row that are very
ticky-tacky?
Yeah, like, in my opinion, you can't even really call either of those fouls.
Well, Maysville with the substitution, Gavin Ferguson, tap it out of bounds. So 3 fouls on Gator Nichols is the early story in this one. And Philo with Cooper Radcliffe on the inbounds pass to Malachi Strickland. He will lob inside. It's going to be Logan Lyon off glass, missed the shot. High rebound to Radcliffe. He'll go inside, and we're going to get another whistle. Ooh. What are we going to get here? We're going to get, apparently, a player control foul. All right, they're going to call it on Mason Runkle. That's his first, team second. Jordan Watson with the basketball, and now we're going to get, we're going to be here a while, my man.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's going to be on Runkle. That will be his second.
I'm not sure what happened from the first half of this quarter. They didn't really call much, and now they've called 7 fouls in about 30 seconds.
So Runkle will take a seat, and Cam Stoner will replace him. Inbounds to the corner, Cade Rock on top, Jordan Watson. Watson, Landon Iden has it. He will drive and then reverse back on top to Watson. He'll spin, kick back over, and then a drive with the left side, and then Gavin Ferguson to Landon Iden, 3 ball, got it. Landon Iden buries a 3. Inbounds pass to Talon Preston. Gets help from Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe across the timeline. He will go all the way inside. Stolen away by Maysville's Jordan Watson. Watson across the timeline. Iden thinks about the three, but drives inside and then kicks to Kane Rohrig off the iron. Rebounded by Cam Stoner. Nearly stolen away by Rock. Here comes Cooper Radcliffe. Now Maysville does have the steal. That's going to be Kane Rohrig. Back to Jordan Watson. He'll score the layup. Watson has 6. 12-4 in favor of Maysville. Cooper Radcliffe double teamed and a timeout to Philo. It's going to be a 30-second break, so 12-4 is the score with 2:29 to go here in the first quarter. 6 points for Jordan Watson, a triple for Landon Iden. Gator Nichols has 3 for the Electrics. Marcus, 4 points by Talon Preston.
Yeah, not the start you want for Philo. Gator Nichols is on the bench, 3 fouls already, so that's tough, but Maysville's very quickly making up for it.
Yeah, they can flat out shoot the basketball, and they are an excellent offensive rebounding team, are the Panthers. They've already shown that here in this first quarter.
They've got as many offensive rebounds as Philo has points.
So Philo coming out of the 30-second timeout. They will have the basketball on the far side at midcourt. Rusty Trout has checked into the lineup. Also Carter Crabtree for the Electrics. So they will have Cooper Radcliffe, Rusty Trout, Talon Preston, Cam Stoner, and Carter Crabtree. The Panthers, Gavin Ferguson, Cade Rock, Kane Rohrig, and Jordan Watson on the floor. All right, we are set to regain the basketball with Philo and Gavin Ferguson guarding Cooper Radcliffe. They look backdoor for Preston off glass, misses the shot, rebounded off to the Electrics, Cade Rock, and he will kick ahead to Gavin Ferguson. Ferguson crossover dribble on top, thinks about the three, or make that land in Iden. He'll go into Cade Rock, score the basket. 14-4, largest lead of the night. That is Rusty Trout being harassed by Landon Iden. Crossover dribble, Trout, Radcliffe, he will drive, spin, kick back, Stoner, 15-footer, in and out, rebounded by Cade Rock. Here come the Maysville Panthers on the run. Watson to Ferguson. Ferguson back on top to Watson. Drives inside. Foul, no call this time. And the shot off the iron, rebounded by Carter Crabtree. So there were some quick whistles, no whistles, and now we don't know.
Yeah, there's no real consistency with the way they're reffing tonight.
That was clearly a foul on somebody. Talon Preston, Cooper Radcliffe. Crossover dribble, goes back to the corner. Preston 3-ball, back iron. Rebounded Cam Stoner off glass, scores. 14-6. Back the other way, quickly comes Cade Rock, stolen away by Rusty Trout. He will try to go the distance, score the layup. Little run going for the Electrics. 14-8. Maysville back with the basketball under a minute to go. Gavin Ferguson, crossover dribble to the mid-post and Rohrig. Spin, stolen away, back on top. And it's Cade Rock holding. Looks like Maysville may play for one. Down with 40 seconds on the clock and moving up 14-8. Philo content to play some man, but not a lot of pressure on the ball. That's still Gavin Ferguson with Cooper Radcliffe on him. And we'll get the cheapie called on Radcliffe. That will be his.
I think tonight's going to be a long night for everybody involved.
Yeah, well, you know, in defense of the officials on that one, you know, Radcliffe, Maysville wasn't going anywhere. He really didn't have to get hands in.
Yeah.
Jordan Watson with the basketball. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Gavin Ferguson with Radcliffe on him. Still holds. 15 seconds. Right-handed dribble. Crosses over. He has the left hand. Bounce pass to the high post and Rohrig to the corner. Cade Rock, 3-ball. Got it. Down to 1 second to go. That's going to end the first quarter. We'll take a very quick break and come back here to the second quarter. It's 17-8 Maysville. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Between quarters, the Philo 8th grade girls basketball team was honored. I believe they won the 8th grade MVL championship. So, hey, good news for our big guy on campus here, Danny Hilty, the girls coach for the Electrics. Maybe got some talent coming. Danny does a great job. For the Electrics, it's going to be Slade Sprankle, Cam Stoner, Carter Crabtree, Talon Preston, and Rusty Trout. For the Panthers, Jordan Watson, Kane Warwick, Cade Rock, Gavin Ferguson, and Landon Iden. So Gator Nichols continues to sit with the 3 fouls. Rusty Trout, long 3 off the back iron, kicked around, picked up by Kane Warwick, and he will get some help from Gavin Ferguson. Back to Roarig. We begin the second quarter with Maysville having the basketball and Gavin Ferguson being guarded by Sprankle. Ball knocked away by Slade Sprankle right in front of the Philo bench. And Philo a little incredulous as the officials are going to get together and
yeah, I don't think
I think
we'd
have to change this. Guys are just standing around waiting.
Yep.
So the officials, the far side official came over and helped out the official on the ball. And now we get it right with Philo having the basketball.
That was definitely the correct call.
Rusty Trout being guarded by Landon Iden. Trout all the way to the rack. Wild shot up, no good. Rebounded by Slade Sprankle inside to Preston. Doesn't get the roll. Rebounded by Cade Rock. And here comes Maysville up 17-8. They will go all the way with Ferguson. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Rusty Trout. Here comes Philo on the run to Carter Crabtree in the corner. He stepped on the sideline. And ball back to Maysville. 6:59 to go here in the second quarter from the power plant at Philo, where the Electrics trail Maysville 17-8. The Panthers do have the basketball. Landon Iden to Gavin Ferguson. Ferguson left-handed dribble, crosses over left to right, goes inside, walks, no call, and then knocked out of bounds. Ball back to Philo. Substitution for the Panthers will be Cohen Llewellyn. Taking a seat will be Kane Roarig. And Maysville will put pressure on the basketball. It's going to be Sprankle on the inbounds pass to Trout. Trout goes by Landon Iden, loses the basketball, picked up by Gavin Ferguson, makes the shot, and what are we going to get? Something after the basket? We're going to get a foul after the made basket. Foul's going to be on Slade Sprankle. So the basket was good. And now a foul called on Sprankle after the made basket for Ferguson of Maysville. And the officials trying to sort things out with the players and maybe each other.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what was called there.
Stoner on the press offense with Rusty Trout. Trout across the timeline. Right to left dribble between the legs, crosses right to left, spins. Great job defensively by Cohen Llewellyn. Cam Stoner has it. He needs some help. Got it over to Carter Crabtree. He'll shoot the long three. Rebound loose on the floor. Here comes Maysville and Jordan Watson. Watson has it slapped away by one of the Electrics. Picked up loose by Rusty Trout. Trout loses it, and it's back to Maysville. We got all kinds of fun here. Gavin Ferguson to the corner. Landon Iden off the iron. Rebounded Talon Preston. He will lead the break. This is like a runaway freight train, these two teams. That's Cam Stoner, and he steps on the baseline. Malachi Strickland will replace who? Talon Preston.
One of the teams needs to slow down a little bit.
19-8 Maysville. 5:44 to go here in a wild first half at Philo. Panthers have Jordan Watson. Watson drives right, crosses over, spins, goes to the glass, makes the shot. He has 8, pretty shot.
That's an incredible move. He loves that spin.
Slade Sprankle crosses over right to left, goes to Malachi Strickland. Strickland will throw away on top. Rusty Trout thinks about it and then crosses over. Now he will take it off the backboard. Rebounded loose. It's on the floor. It's Maysville basketball. And here come the Panthers up 21-8. On top, Jordan Watson. Rusty Trout on him. Double, triple team to the corner. And then dribbling back out. And then kicking to Cade Rock for the three off the iron. Rebounded by Rusty Trout. Trout's going to throw a home run ball that Carter Crabtree does save. But it's back to Maysville and Gavin Ferguson. Ferguson on top, that's Jordan Watson, left-handed dribble. He's hammered, scores the basket, no call. He has 10. Rusty Trout, 23-8. Trout across the timeline. Drives inside, goes to the corner, ouch. Big fall. Shot missed by Carter Crabtree. And here comes Gavin Ferguson. Ball tapped away by Trout. It's on the floor, bodies flying around. What's the call? The call to Maysville. Kane Rohrig will re-enter the lineup for Cade Rock. And Maysville will be the inbounder. 23-8, 4:12 to go here in the second quarter. Jordan Watson, Landon Iden, he'll take the three, got it. Landon Iden has a pair of threes. Rusty Trout, 26-8. Maysville all over Philo here in this first half. To the corner, Strickland has it batted away. Ball goes out of bounds, and they give it to the Electrics. Substitution for Philo will be Griff Harper, and he will replace Rusty Trout. Trout sits down with a basket for 2. Philo yet to score in this second quarter. That is Landon Iden with the basketball. Iden takes his time on top. Harper on him. Jordan Watson with Malachi Strickland guarding him. To the Kane Rohrig three ball, up, and it's in. Kane Rohrig has his first basket. Double team on Harper, gets help from Crabtree, and now back to Harper. He crosses the timeline, and a couple of 11s guarding each other. One guarding, one playing. 11s, Iden and Harper. Now Slade Sprankle will go inside, kick Crabtree, three ball off the back iron, rebound on the floor. It belongs to Maysville, nearly a steal by Carter, but the ball is tapped out of bounds. Are they going to call a foul? They are indeed going to call on Carter Crabtree. That's his first. And ball back to Maysville. 3:03 to go here in the second quarter. It's 29-8. Again, Philo has not scored. Cam Stoner takes a seat for the Electrics, and Talon Preston re-enters. That's Jordan Watson. He'll shoot from 15, and a push inside. Who's this one going to be on? And it's going to be on I believe, Maysville.
Yep.
Yep, they're going to call Maysville with the foul, Kane Rourke. So a lot of calls on the interior by the officials in this one.
Yep.
2:50 to go here in the second quarter, 29-8. Landon Iden and Griff Harper. It's going to be tough to get across the timeline. What do we get? We get a timeout. Yep. So a timeout for Philo, avoiding the 10-second call.
Yeah, that's a good timeout because I had about a half second.
It's 29-8 in favor of Maysville. Keep in mind, Gator Nichols picked up 3 quick fouls for the Panthers and has sat probably half of the first quarter and this entire second quarter. Maysville is being led by Jordan Watson with 10. 6 for Landon Iden, 5 for Cade Rock. For the Electrics, Talon Preston with 4. A basket each for Stoner and Trout. So Marcus Philo has some work to do.
Yeah.
They've gotten some good looks, but they're only getting 1 shot.
Yeah.
Maysville all over the rebounding boards, and then their transition game is very good.
Yes, it is. They're getting plenty of second chance opportunities, third chance opportunities, fourth chance opportunities on offensive rebounds as well, and you just can't have that and win a basketball game.
29-8 Maysville. Philo will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. That is their second timeout of the basketball game. Griff Harper, Malachi Strickland, Slade Sprankle, Talon Preston, Carter Crabtree on the floor. For Maysville, Kane Rohrig. Let's see, Landon Iden is out there, Jordan Watson, Gavin Ferguson, and a double team on Philo in the corner. That's Crabtree, needs some help, doesn't get it. Stolen away by Kane Rohrig. Here come the Panthers and Gavin Ferguson. He goes right to left and then resets things. Kane Rohrig has it. Jordan Watson between the legs goes over to Ferguson. Long threes, good. Gavin Ferguson has 5 in the second quarter, 32-8. Talon Preston will now bring the ball across the timeline. Kane Rohrig challenges him. Preston misses the shot. Here comes Maysville, and with the basketball centered, it's Jordan Watson. He is hammered. He'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Watson. Personal foul goes against the Electrics. Slade Sprankle will have his second personal, and Jordan Watson will go to the line for a pair of free throws. First one on the way. Got it. Subs for the Electrics. Cooper Radcliffe comes back in, as does Logan Lyon. Carter Crabtree and Slade Sprankle take a seat for the Electrics. And one more free throw coming for Jordan Watson. Got them both. He has 12. Griffin Harper to Talon Preston. Preston being checked by Jordan Watson. Drives left, goes back door to Strickland to the corner Lion. Griffin Harper reverses. Cooper Radcliffe all the way inside. Foul called, and he should be able to get a couple of free throws off that trip. That should be on Jordan Watson. That'll be his second. And 2 free throws coming for Cooper Radcliffe. This could be an opportunity for the first points of the second quarter for the Electrics. First one on the way, didn't get it. One more coming, 34-8. Cade Rock comes back in. Jordan Watson remains in, and let's see. They will have Ferguson, Rock, Rohrig, Watson on the floor. Second free throw by Radcliffe's good. And Rusty Trout back in for Cooper Radcliffe for the Electrics, 34-9. Landon Iden is trying to check in for Maysville. He will come in for Watson for the Panthers. Rock along with Ferguson, Iden, Rohrig, and Cade Pickrell on the floor for the Panthers. To the corner, and Pickrell double team, dribbles out, gets help. Back to the far left corner to the high post, and then a 3 ball on the way, good. That's Gavin Ferguson. He has 8 here in this second quarter, 37-9, all Maysville. Rusty Trout across the timeline with Cade Rock on him. Goes to the corner. Griffin Harper will shoot to 3. Air ball. Kane Rohrig has it. This is double trouble here as it's a run out by the Panthers. Score the basket for Pickerel. 39-9. Maysville over Philo. Double team to the corner, stays with the Electrics. Cooper Radcliffe going to re-enter the lineup for Philo, and he will replace Griffin Harper. 51 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 39-9, Maysville. Philo has the basketball. They look, they get it in. Malachi Strickland, bounce pass into Talon Preston. He will throw back on top for Rusty Trout. Trout drives to the left side to Strickland. Back to Trout, tries to get the screen from Strickland. Crosses over right to left between the legs, behind the back, up to the basket inside, and a foul called on Maysville. I think that's going to go against Cade Pickerel of the Panthers. And I think they're going to give a couple of free throws to Trout here. And they're going to give it to Rohrig for Maysville. That will be his second. And 2 free throws coming for Trout. First one, front in and out. Griff Harper back in for Cooper Radcliffe. And 1 more free throw coming for Trout. Also trying to enter for the Electrics is Cole Cash. Gator Nichols going to come back in with 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. That's an interesting situation.
Yeah, that's a dangerous move. I don't know if that's the right play strategically, but.
Well, I can tell you why he's coming in. I've got a pretty good idea he's going to get a shot.
Yeah.
Rusty Trout looking for the second free throw. Got it. And here comes Maysville with 30 seconds to go in the half. Up 39-10. Gator Nichols crosses the timeline. Takes his time. I'm going to play catch with Jordan Watson, looks like, as Watson's out there on the perimeter, 28 feet from the basket. Nichols to the high post. And Rohrig to the right side. Double team, crazy shot off the iron. Rebounded by Cash with 3 seconds. He's going to launch at the buzzer. It's good!
What a shot.
How about that? Cole Cash with a bomb at the end of the second quarter. Boy, did Philo need that.
Yes, they did.
All right, we're going to step aside for just a few moments. When we come back, we'll have some halftime goings and comings going on. So stay with us. You're listening to South 60 basketball, where it is 39-13, Maysville over Philo at the break. Hey, we are at halftime where it is 39-13, Maysville over Philo. Howard Twiggs, Marcus McPeck along for the ride tonight, making us sound better than we probably deserve, but nevertheless, Maysville in control, Marcus, and a big second quarter, 22-5, Maysville, and they did that damage mostly without Gator Nichols, who didn't play for the first 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then played the last 30 seconds for the Panthers. Go figure.
Yeah, rough. It's a rough second quarter. Like you definitely. The only good thing that happened for Philo happened literally as the buzzer was going off. So
yeah, it was Cole Cash who launched when Maysville had missed the shot on the other end, and then Cash gets it and jacks it from like 40 feet. And hey, bang, good for him. So Maysville with the commanding lead at the break.
Yes.
Philo, a lot of work to do. There were some highlights for both teams in the first half. Here comes Maysville on a run out, and the basket scored. Back comes Philo. Ball knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Electrics. And then later on, a nice spin and move by Jordan Watson for the basket. Quickly comes Philo the other way. It was Talon Preston with a driving layup. Landon Iden, 3-ball bang right there from the left top side. Rebound inside Cam Stoner, and he muscles his way inside for a basket. Rusty Trout drives the length of the floor, scores the layup for Philo. And then at the buzzer, Cole Cash, how about that one? And that made it 39-13 in favor of Maysville.
Yeah.
For the Panthers in the first quarter, they led 17-8. That's where Gator Nichols had the 3 early points on a basket and a free throw on a 3-point play, and then he sat for the majority of the first half. So 17-8 after 1. And then the big run in the second quarter for the Panthers, 22-5. That makes it 39-13 at the break. For Maysville, they were led by Jordan Watson. Watson, 5 field goals, 2 of 2 from the stripe. He had 12. Gavin Ferguson off the bench, 1 double, 2 triples, 8. 5 points for Kid Rock on a double and a triple. Landon Iden had a couple of bombs for 6. Nichols, as we mentioned, 3 on a basket, 1 free throw, a basket for Cade Pickrell. Kane Rohrig also had a triple for the Panthers as they nailed down 6 threes in the first half.
Yeah.
For the Electrics, their leading scorer was Talon Preston. Preston had a basket, 2 of 2 from the stripe for 4. Cole Cash's basket at the end of the first half was good for the 3 he has. 3 also from Rusty Trout on a deuce, 1 of 2 from the line. Cam Stoner had a basket for 2, and that's it for Philo. So big crowd on hand.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Electrics in the locker room have to be thinking, you know, we're down big. We can play so much better. I think Philo, in their minds, let's hope so, think they can put together a better second half.
Yeah, they really couldn't put together a worse one. Like that, they couldn't really get anything going in that second quarter. It was turnovers and missed shots and giving up offensive rebounds. They just really couldn't get anything. And you see that a lot on like senior night or homecoming in football. It's almost like the pressure starts to get to the kids, and it can kind of dampen their performance some. So you hope that their coach can get them right in the locker room at halftime so they can come out and have a better showing and kind of at least try to bring the game back.
And for Maysville, Marcus, Maysville does what they do, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
You know, history repeats itself every time out for this team. My opinion, I think Maysville, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse, I think they have the capability, if they play well in the tournament, avoid some injuries, be consistent, get a break here and there as you get into the districts and regionals. I think this Maysville team could go very far.
Yep, they could make a deep run just like they did last year, and just like they're probably going to do next year because it's a team full of juniors.
You know, for Maysville too, working on the sectional district over on the Eastern District, things for the OHSA, they will probably, although, you know, we could see something different, but I think they're probably going to match up with John Glenn for the district championship with one team going to the regionals. John Glenn, another really good basketball team. I'll tell you, another good basketball team that got a real difficult draw for the sectionals was West Muskingum. They ended up with the 5 seed, which, you know, isn't terrible in a 13-team bracket, but the way things played out, they have to go to East Liverpool. So, I'm sorry, West was the 8th seed. East Liverpool was the 5 seed. So by way of the bracketing, the Tornadoes have to go to East Liverpool. That's a long trip to play a good team. So, you know, let's hope that the Tornadoes can come out. But again, back to Maysville, they have a good shot based on their nucleus of things for making a deep run.
Yes, they do.
For the Electrics, with some work to do at halftime, they took care of the basketball pretty well. They didn't make the shots they needed to make. They didn't have much of a presence inside, as Maysville did a really good job of defending on the interior. In that first quarter, the officiating was a little bit shaky on both teams, maybe some officiating nerves, not possibly working together before. This group might be a composite group. Once the officials settled down, they did a pretty good job, as there was a lot of physical play on the interior for both teams. All right, we're at halftime where the score is Maysville 39-13. We want to remind you that this is the MVL Game of the Week here on South 60, brought to you by the Community Bank. And now's the perfect time to join the Community Bank and go local with the bank at Community. Finks Harley Davidson, also one of our quality sponsors. Finks Quality Motorcycles, Cars and RVs. And quick as a wink, deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools, just down the road from here, is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. You should check them out on the website. Kokonis Furnishings and Mattress First, where they're always making it easy to furnish your home. Your exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's CA House. Another sponsor reminds everyone, play music for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro are always ready to serve your needs. Game replay, some of them we saw here in the first half, brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union. It's us, South 60 Films, proud streaming partner of Philo and the New Lexington 21st Century program, also one of our great sponsors. So, both teams back out on the floor, Marcus, with just maybe a minute and a half to go before we start the second quarter. 39-13. What's Philo have to do to try and climb back into this one?
A lot. They need to get stops.
Can't play 7 guys.
Yeah. They need to get stops, obviously. The first quarter was close. It was 11-8, something like that at the end of the first. Maysville wasn't really shooting that well. Gator Nichols wasn't on the floor. And then as soon as that second quarter stopped, it was off to the races. So they need to really like sit down on defense and get stops to really try to come back. And they need to make their shots. They're missing too many shots.
For Maysville, Marcus, you got to think that Gator Nichols was told at halftime, like he already didn't know, hey, I got to be careful here because, I picked up 3 fouls there quickly in the first quarter. And, you got to believe he wants to stay on the floor. So I'm assuming we'll see Gator Nichols to start the second half. But again, as he's probably reminded himself and the staff reminded him, and maybe some of his teammates, hey, dude, we need you on the floor. Let's play smart. So we anticipate Gator Nichols going the entire second half. So we will begin with the second half, and Maysville will have their starting 5 of Gator Nichols, Cade Rock, Landon Iden, Kane Rorig, and Jordan Watson. All right, we are set to begin for the second half with Philo putting their starting lineup on the floor. That's going to be Runkle, Preston Strickland, Logan Lyon, and Cooper Radcliffe. So the 5 seniors who started for Philo will start the second half for the Electrics. 39-13, Maysville here as we begin the third quarter. Jordan Watson will have the inbound duty, and he will go to Landon Iden. So Gator Nichols will be playing off the ball for the Panthers. Jordan Watson on top, and he looks for Nichols. Nichols drives in left, puts the shot up, misses the shot, draws the contact, goes to the line. So Gator Nichols immediately to the stripe.
That is definitely not the start you want if you're Philo.
Malachi Strickland, first foul of the game. First foul here in the third quarter. And a couple of free throws coming for Nichols. First one on the way is good. Guy's a very, very good free throw shooter.
Yes, he is.
One more coming for Nichols. He has 4. It is 40-13 in favor of Maysville. Nichols' second free throw, in and out. Rebounded to Runkle, then knocked out of bounds. And the official says it is Maysville basketball. They will inbound underneath their own basket. That's Gator Nichols to Jordan Watson on top. Roaring, swinging around K-Rock. Nice look inside, but stolen away by Radcliffe. Here comes Cooper Radcliffe on the run. Bounce pass, Talon Preston, rejected by Kane Roaring, and the foul called on Roaring. Talon Preston will go to the stripe for a couple. That's going to be Kane Roarig's third personal. So we'll see how much he stays in the game. Talon Preston 2 of 2 from the line. First one on the way, in and out. Rebound to Roarig off the miss, but we get one more on the dead ball situation. 40-13 it remains, and Preston has one more free throw. Second one. Got it. He has 5. Philo will fall back in the straight man-to-man. Gator Nichols with Malachi Strickland on him. Crossover, loses the basketball. Gets some help from Landon Iden. Iden with the left-handed dribble goes inside, picks it up, goes back Gator Nichols, kicks around, and then a drive inside. Jordan Watson off glass is good. 42-14. Talon Preston on the press offense. And Jordan Watson checks him. Preston across the timeline. Goes in, picks up the dribble. Logan Lyon on the drive, picks it up. Talon Preston, 3-ball in the corner, good. Talon Preston with 4 points here in the third quarter, 42-17. Here comes Gator Nichols. Landon Iden, 3-ball on the way, in and out. Rebounded by Logan Lyon. Lyon, Cooper Radcliffe. And on him is Gator Nichols. No, is that Landon Iden?
Yep.
Ooh, boy, that was close. Landon Iden will have his first. And, apparently Dave Brown and crew are saying, nah, Gator, you're not necessarily guarding the point. Well, but Landon, you get out there and guard the point. Malachi Strickland to Logan Lyon. He'll shoot the 3 off the back iron, rebounded by Cooper Radcliffe. Not there on the shot. Here comes Gator Nichols. He will go to the corner. Landon Iden back to Nichols. Got it. Good shot by Gator Nichols. Nice pass by Landon Iden. 45-17. Talon Preston crossover dribble. Double team. Cooper Radcliffe has it. Goes to the corner. Strickland drives baseline. Logan Lyon comes up with it. He will go inside off glass. Misses the shot. Rebound on the floor to Talon Preston. Fights his way. Kane Roarig on the block. And a ball back to Maysville. Nice job by Roarig. That's Nichols. Between the legs, spin. Picks it up. Goes on to the left wing. Long shot by Watson. Good. Jordan Watson buries it. It's 48-17. Maysville, no mercy as they pick it up full court, straight man-to-man. Malachi Strickland pushes off, no call. Landon Iden on defense. Cooper Radcliffe crosses over right to left. Looks back door for Lions, stolen away by Gator Nichols. Nichols hooked, no call. Crosses the timeline, goes back inside by Radcliffe. There's a foul called. That's going to be on Radcliffe. Frustration foul by Philo. And that's going to be 3 on Radcliffe.
The way the refs are calling this game is very strange. They're calling a lot inside the paint, but next to nothing outside of the arc.
Out on the perimeter. All right, so Cooper Radcliffe's going to take a seat. Rusty Trout will replace him. Inbounds pass to Jordan Watson. Gator Nichols posting up. Malachi Strickland misses the shot. And Rusty Trout has it. Philo needs a basket. That's Trout, crosses over. Logan Lyon. Landon Iden has him. Strickland drives inside with the left hand. Spin dribble. Goes into Runkle. Runkle double team. Scores the basket. Draws the foul. Mason Runkle on the board. Personal foul goes against Caden Rorig, that's Rorig's fourth. He's going to have to take a seat. He's going to be replaced by Owen Larimer for the Panthers. Rorig is going to sit down with 3 points. And Runkle will go to the line, 48-19 in favor of Maysville. Runkle's free throw, back iron, rebounded to Larimer, goes ahead to Watson. Watson across the timeline. Nichols, thinks about a long three. Wow, Watson holds. Driving inside for the Panthers, and the shot by Runkle of rejecting Iden's shot. Iden back on top. It's Gator Nichols, drives in on Rusty Trout, behind the back, through the legs, up, followed by Trout. He'll go to the line for a pair. It's going to be Trout's first, I believe. Gator Nichols will, they're going to call it on Runkle. So Runkle will have his third, as both he and Trout were doing a lot of heavy damage in there on Nichols' drive. 48-19, 2 free throws coming for Gator Nichols. He has 7 in the game, well below his 27-point average. First one, good. And one more coming for number 0. 49-19 with 4:16 to go here in the third quarter from Philo High School South 60. MVL Game of the Week, both free throws good for Gator Nichols. Landon Iden pressures the ball. Malachi Strickland across the timeline, back to Preston. Talon Preston crosses over, picks it up. On top, Rusty Trout. Jordan Watson has him to the corner. Logan Lyon in and out. Rebounded by Jordan Watson. Gator Nichols in transition, bang. 53-19. As Gator Nichols heating it up a little bit. He is up to 12. Rusty Trout to the corner. Trout with the ball back. Looks left, gets the high ball screen from Mason Runkle. Owen Larimer on Trout. Tries to take him, goes to the corner for Preston. Gator Nichols on him. Preston forces his way, gets called for the travel. And ball back to Maysville. Cooper Radcliffe will come back in for Malachi Strickland. Strickland sits down. And Maysville has the ball back. Watson into Gator Nichols, 53-19. Maysville in the lead. And Philo, stay man, very soft man. Nichols penetrates and pulls up and makes the shot. He has 11 here in the third quarter. 55-19. Rusty Trout. Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe tries to go inside, loses it. Rebounded loose to Talon Preston. Back to Trout. He'll shoot the 3. Front iron rebounded by Larimer. Here comes Maysville on the run. That is Gator Nichols. He's going to shoot a long 3. Got it. This guy is a piece of work. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
He is really good. Cooper Radcliffe crosses the timeline. 58-19. Nearly a steal by Nichols. Runkle has it. Preston, he'll shoot from the corner. Got it. And Talon Preston answers. He has 11. Here comes Gator Nichols in the game. Cooper Radcliffe on Nichols. He'll drive all the way inside, score the basket. He is just exploding here. He's got 16 in the third quarter. How about that? 19 for the game. Rusty Trout with a 60-22 deficit for the Electrics. They will go inside. Runkle shot no good. Ooh, rebound and a foul. Still loose on the floor with some bodies, and then a foul on Larimer. And let's see if they call that on the floor, as bodies were flying here, there, and everywhere.
Yes, they were.
Owen Larimer will have the personal foul, and a couple of free throws coming for Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe 1 of 2 from the stripe. First one, back iron, one more coming. Checking back in the lineup for Maysville's Gavin Ferguson. Cade Rock takes a seat. Slade Sprankle and KJ Phillip going to enter for Philo. Let's see. Phillip will come in for Runkle. And Talon Preston will also take a seat. Philo starting to get some younger players in with clock moving and under a minute to go. Second free throw also not there. Rebounded by Maysville and Jordan Watson. Watson tries to take Radcliffe all the way to the rack. Spin, up off glass, misses the shot. Rebounded, however, to Watson back. Make a foul called against Philo. And Maysville will have the ball underneath their own basket.
Seems like Philo may be waving the white flag a little bit at this point.
Sprankle will pick up his third foul. Griff Harper's going to replace Cooper Radcliffe. So Philo going with a complete second team. Well, they got Trout in there, but the other youngsters are getting some real taste of varsity experience.
And
on top,
that is
Jordan
one
Watson.
positive of a game like this, is you can get your younger players some experience, some of that feeling, like what it's feeling like to play in a game where it matters just a little bit more.
Well, that is going to end the third quarter. We're going to take a real quick break and then come right back to start the fourth quarter. Stay with us on South 60. That third quarter, he has 19, and Jordan Watson move over because he has 17 after three quarters. 8 for Gavin Ferguson, Cade Rock 5, Landon Iden 6, Kane Rourke 3, and 2 points for Cade Pickerel. For the Electrics, 11 for Talon Preston. Cooper Radcliffe has a point. Cam Stoner has a basket. Rusty Trout 3, Mason Runkle a basket. Cole Cash a triple. 60-22, and I think Philo's going to re-enter their usual starters, or some of their starters. Cooper Radcliffe, Malachi Strickland, Logan Lyon, Talon Preston, Mason Runkle on the floor for the Electrics. Landon Iden, also Gavin Ferguson, Gator Nichols, Owen Larimer, Jordan Watson, and Philo has the basketball. We begin the fourth quarter. Up are the Panthers 60-22. Preston inside on Larimer. Larimer rejects, picks it up. Here come the Panthers and Jordan Watson. Gator Nichols drives all the way to the basket. Little floater and good. Back the other way, stolen by Jordan Watson. He'll try to dribble out of trouble. Gets over to Gator Nichols. Nichols across the timeline to the corner, and then a drive inside by Ferguson and kick to Iden. He'll shoot to 3. Back iron. Offensive rebound by Nichols. Not there. Rebounded by Runkle. Clears ahead to Strickland. Malachi. And nearly another steal by Maysville. That was Iden. Cooper Radcliffe to the basket. Not there. Rebounded by Jordan Watson. Watson has become the open gym offense for both teams. Watson crosses the timeline, crosses over, back to the corner, drive inside for Iden, look to Larimer, back on top. Nichols, long 3-ball, in and out, rebounded, saved by Larimer, but loose on the floor. Maysville still has it. Watson will shoot to 3, off the iron, rebounded by Nichols, another save. Watson, 3-ball for Ferguson, in and out, rebounded Logan Lyon. Here come the Electrics. Whoa, long pass for Talon Preston. That's going to be backcourt. As they are unable to convert on the long transition for the Electrics. Cohen Llewellyn will check into the lineup for Maysville. Also, Cade Rock returns for the Panthers, 62-22. They lead. Colin Llewellyn will be the inbounder. Timeout going to be for Maysville. It's going to be a full timeout, so a reminder that our sponsors tonight for this game are Ohio Educational Credit Union for the replay, City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire, CA House Music, Levy's Flooring Store, Kikonis Furnishings and Mattress, Foxfire Schools, Finks Harley Davidson, and the Community Bank. So, Marcus, at this point, I think it's going to be a lot of substitutions and a lot of open gym offense.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to see also a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Probably for both teams.
Not too long, yeah.
So this will do it for Philo during the regular season. They do have a tournament game coming up. As we had mentioned in the pregame, they will play the winner of John Glenn and Minerva. For Maysville, they'll come right back tomorrow night and go to West Holmes, who's only won one game on the season. And then, as crazy as it sounds, they will host West Holmes Tuesday night in the first game of the sectional. So Maysville going to see a lot of the Knights of West Holmes here in the next few days. All right, so Talon Preston, Logan Lyon, Mason Runkle, Malachi Strickland, Cooper Radcliffe on the floor. Gavin Ferguson has the basketball, gets the high ball screen from Larimer to the corner. That's Cade Rock. Rock picks it up and then goes to Pickle. Pickle drives baseline, kicks back to Rock. He tries to go inside. Larimer up, not there. Foul, no call, and rebound off to Philo. Cooper Radcliffe picks it up. Backdoor to Runkle, or I should say Preston. Nice job. Nice run by Preston, nice backdoor pass. Cade Rock all the way to the basket the other way. Cade Rock has 7. 64-24. Cooper Radcliffe. On top, Logan Lyon has it. Tries to drive by Gavin Ferguson. Malachi Strickland has it. To the corner, Talon Preston. Mason Runkle posting up, can't get the ball. Cooper Radcliffe drives inside, misses the shot, rebounded by Runkle, goes to Strickland. Strickland drives baseline, little floater, missed. Runkle on the offensive rebound. Oh, he couldn't get it either. Got his own rebound and then hammered by Larimer. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Battling for those rebounds in there finally.
They're going to call Rock on the call, but it doesn't matter. Runkle will go to the line for a pair of free throws. First one, front iron, 64-24 in favor of Maysville. Clock moving at 4:05 to go here in the basketball game. Second one, off the iron. Cade Rock comes up with it and flies ahead to Gavin Ferguson. Ferguson between the legs. Goes inside, dribbles back out. Colin Llewellyn has the basketball. He goes to the corner for Cade Rock, spin dribble, Talon Preston on him. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson, long three off the back iron, rebounded to Larimer. They're going to catch Larimer for a push on the shot attempt, so Larimer will have his third. Then Philo will have the basketball on the inbounds play. For Maysville, they're going to substitute Ty Atkins for his first action of the game. 3 minutes to go here in the basketball game, so Atkins makes his first appearance. Cooper Radcliffe, Malachi Strickland has it now. Between the legs dribble, right to left. Goes all the way inside, and what are we going to get? We're going to get something on the interior. That's going to go against Maysville. Owen Larimer on the foul, his third. Malachi Strickland will be the inbounder, stolen away by Maysville. Here come the Panthers, and Ferguson streaking up the floor to the corner. And then on the drive is Atkins. Back on top for Ferguson. Pass to the corner. Long ball for Llewellyn. Missed the shot. Rebounded inside, and it's good for Cade Pickerel. 66-24 in favor of Maysville. A timeout's going to be called. I think they're getting a timeout for substitutions.
Yeah.
So officials' courtesy for getting the Philo seniors out of the game for one last show of appreciation from their fans. So the 5 seniors from Philo, you know what? That's 4 tough years of basketball for the Electrics. I'm sure it hasn't always been great, but knowing Coach Trout and the crowd and the program he has, I think Philo's put together a competitive roster every year. Driving is Cole Cash, tries to go to the basket, missed the shot, rebounded by Larimer. Larimer to Atkins. Atkins comes across the timeline with the ball, stolen away by Cash, loses it, picked up by Griff Harper with 1:35 to go to the corner. Slade Sprinkle, whoa, it's rejected big time by Larimer. They're going to call a foul?
Yep.
All right, so Larimer will be called for the foul. And
They called him number 5.
all right, so going to the line will be Slade Sprinkle for the Electrics. First one not there. Just 2 points for Philo here in this fourth quarter, and they only had 9 in the third. Second free throw is good by Sprinkle. Down to 50 seconds to go, 66-25. Gavin Ferguson tries to pull inside and throws it away. Ball back to the Electrics. And no doubt Philo will try to get off a quick shot. It'll be KJ Phillip in the corner, back iron, rebounded Cole Cash inside, misses the shot, ball sails out of bounds. It stays with Philo. Down to 15 seconds to go. That's Cole Cash on the inbounds, on top for Sprinkle. Sprinkle left-handed dribble, double team. Cole Cash, long shot on the way, picked up by Larimer, and that's going to end the basketball game. Final score is going to be 66-25 in favor of Maysville, as the fourth quarter saw just 6 points for Maysville and 3 points for Philo. So not a very high-scoring game in that fourth quarter. So we're going to step aside for just a moment or two. When we come back, we'll have the final numbers and final thoughts. Again, final score 66-25. Okay, we are back for the post-game show, and for the Electrics, it certainly wasn't their night. I think they came in with high hopes, Marcus, but this Maysville outfit is just very good.
Yeah.
And the home court advantage and senior night, a little bit of disappointment, big crowd for the Electrics. As we said earlier, though, congratulations to the great fans from the Electrics and the Maysville following as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough night. Senior night, like I said, it's almost bad luck, it feels like, for a lot of teams. But yeah, just a tough night.
After the first quarter, it was 17-8 Maysville. And then in the second quarter, the Panthers really put this one away as they outscored the Electrics 22-5 in the second frame. That gave them 39-13 lead, and that essentially was the ball game. More scoring by Maysville in the third quarter. They outscored the Electrics 21-9. After three, it was 60-22, and then fourth quarter, as we said earlier, not a lot of scoring, but a lot of substitutions.
Yeah, that running clock in the fourth quarter, it's basically a formality at that point. Third quarter was the Gator Nichols show. He had about 19 points.
Yeah, he had 19, including 14 in that third quarter. So let's take a look at the scoring. First four in Maysville. They were led by Gator Nichols. Nichols 4 doubles, 3 triples, 4 from the line, 19. Cade Rock had 2 doubles, a triple for 7. Landon Iden had 2 trays, 6. Kane Rohrig had a triple for 3. Jordan Watson 6 twos, 1 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 17. Cohen Llewellyn did not score. Gavin Ferguson off the bench had 1 double, 2 triples for 8. Cade Pickrell off the bench, 2 doubles for 4. Ty Atkins did not score. Owen Larimer did not score. Maysville from the free throw line, 6 of 7. For the Electrics, they were led by Talon Preston. Preston 2 doubles, 2 triples, 3 of 4 from the stripe, 13. Cooper Radcliffe was 1 of 4 from the stripe for 1 point. Malachi Strickland started, did not score. Cam Stoner off the bench for 2. Rusty Trout had a basket, 1 of 2 for 3. Slade Sprankle was 1 of 2 from the line for a point. Logan Lyon, Griff Harper Carter Crabtree did not score. Mason Runkle 1 basket, 0 of 3 from the line. He had 2. And Cole Cash had a bomb at the end of the first half for his 3 points. 6 of 15 from the free throw line for the Philo Electrics. Marcus, some final thoughts before we preview what's coming up here in the next few days.
The biggest thought I have is that the MVL and the OHSAA better hope that Gator Nichols doesn't hit a growth spurt this offseason, because if he gets any taller, he's going to be unstoppable.
And very good basketball player. Okay, we want to remind you that tomorrow, that is Saturday, February 15th, we will have the NULEX girls hosting the Morgan young ladies, the Raiders. That's a makeup game. That game will start around 12:30 if you want to catch it live, or certainly later on. The NULEX boys will play Thursday against Westfall in their sectional over at the NULEX Gymnasium. All right, our thanks to Marcus McPeck, Brady Knavel, as always on board. And what can we say except thanks for watching, thanks for listening, everybody. Excellent job by Maysville tonight. Philo hung in there for a while, but again, the final outcome, too much for Philo to overcome as the final 66-25. We will see you on Saturday morning. Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
Yep, happy Valentine's
to everybody's
Day,
sweetheart. Make sure you take care of them. All right. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody.